Hello everybody and welcome back to my PC modded franchise with the New York Giants. It's been a little while since I did a video. I actually went through a week in my franchise offline just due to time constraints, so I didn't make a video for it. But just to catch you up, we did go to Lambeau Field here. Giants down 3-0 and Tyrone Tracy breaks off this nice long touchdown run here to get the Giants up 7-3. Giants struggling so far. Packers struggling so far this season. And Giants scored a touchdown once again. Packers get a couple of field goals, but a nice touchdown pass here from Ward to Turpin puts the Giants up there on Thursday Night Football. Packers driving down later in the game. Both teams struggling to score, but the Packers do tie it up here with a touchdown to Dobbs, and they do get the 2-point conversion. Giants down 20-17 in the fourth quarter. Ward throws another touchdown pass to give the Giants the lead once again. And so Robinson with the catch there. But Packers come back late in the fourth quarter with 30 seconds to go. Giants take the lead with only 30 seconds remaining. And that puts them up 27-24. But can the Giants come back with some heroics here? Giants trying to come back here with 30 seconds remaining to potentially tie it up here. Able to move the ball a little bit. Giants call timeout here. Have it 1st and 10 at near midfield. And Ward just throws a dart here to Hurst. Here's another nice run by Tracy to get him near field goal range. And the Giants trying to freeze the kicker here. So this will be like a 50-yard field goal for the Giants to tie it up. And the field goal is good, and that takes us to overtime. As Ward makes a nice drive to tie it with less than 30 seconds. Deep in overtime now, neither team can score. Ward with a nice throw here to Tutu Atwell. That takes him to the 50-yard line with under 2 minutes remaining. So Giants now have it at the 44. And Tracy with the nice run up the middle gets them to the 35-yard line. And Giants trying to kick the field goal here to win it, and it is good. And so the Giants complete the comeback and win, and they take it 30-27. What a great victory for the Giants there. All right, and that kind of catches you up of what happened last week. As you can see here by the standings, we're still a half game back behind Philadelphia, but we're hanging in there. We're well in the picture for the playoffs and still the division, of course. This week we have a home game against the Minnesota Vikings, another team that's surprisingly struggling so far this year, sitting there at 3-4. Taking a look at some of the messages we have. This is something I frequently just forget to look at. But these messages kind of remind you of what players are coming back from injury. That's the most helpful I find it. And it lets you know what new injuries you have, because the injury screen doesn't tell you what new injuries you have. They just tell you who's injured. But as you can see here, we're going to be without Andrew Thomas, unfortunately. However, we are getting a couple of players back from injury in Demir Hamlin, our safety, and we're also getting back Bobby Okereke, our linebacker. So getting a couple players back. We're losing Andrew Thomas, which is not good. So let's go ahead and take care and make sure that we have the proper players on the active roster to accommodate that. So we're probably going to have to roll here with Cameron Fleming at left tackle, being that Thomas is going to be out this week. Fleming should be able to cover for him for a week. You know, he's a decent player. He's an aging player, but he should be a serviceable starter at left tackle. So now we're getting a couple players back at linebacker and safety. I think we can make some adjustments here to our numbers on the active roster. Jake Kubas, not tremendously great or anything, but I want to promote him to the active roster just to give us another offensive lineman on the offensive line, because our numbers are kind of low there. And I think we can bring down our numbers here at the linebacker position. Now that Okereke is back, I think we can bring down Osai back to the practice squad. And on second thought, I think I'm also going to promote here Jordan Riley, just so nobody steals him off our practice squad. Just because I don't need three free safeties on the active roster, and so now that Hamlin is back from injury, and we should be able to bring Anthony Johnson back to the practice squad here. All right, so that we should be good there. Ongoing negotiations. Our only fullback, surprisingly, Reggie Gilliam still is not signed with us. We've been negotiating with him. He seems to have interest, but he's not accepting our contracts. So I'm going to make one more offer here. Offering him a 2-year deal. Unfortunately, they don't really tell you why he rejected the previous offer. Was he wanting more bonus or salary? It just says good starting point. So I'm just going to raise the bonus here a little bit and make an offer. All right, and he signed. That's good. So we do have a couple of our tight ends contracts expiring. We still have Theo Johnson, but Hurst I feel like he's been kind of money all season long. He is 32 years old and he doesn't have much interest, but I'm gonna make him a player-friendly offer here with a little bit more juice and see if he takes that. And he says he'll consider it. Okay. So we have our top 2 middle linebackers signed. We do have a couple of backups who we have been negotiating with, but I think I'm going to side with Oren Burks here. And just to get some depth, just to make sure we have depth here at the position. I'm gonna give him a 2-year deal. And I'm gonna hold off on Terrell Dotson just because we don't need him, and he's 27 years old, which is still young, but he doesn't have much interest, so I don't want to overpay for him, at least not yet. All right, we're all ready for opening kick. Here at home, Giants getting the football first, and it goes out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ward not really progressing so far this season in terms of his ratings, but he's played solid so far. Giants starting at the 30-yard line. Play action by Ward, and he's going to, well, he avoids a couple of tackles, and he's still running. He still slides down at the 44-yard line. He avoided a couple of surefire tackles there and somehow managed to gallop over 20 yards. And Tracy goes there for 2 yards. That is poor tackling by the Vikings. This will be second down and 8. Tracy has some room to the right side, but there's a flag on the play. And this is probably going to come back. That is holding on Runyon, the left guard. It's be second down and 15. Ward going deep. And a nice diving catch there is made at the 5-yard line. That is Turpin, the wide receiver. It was slightly overthrown. But Turpin makes a diving catch. And he really laid out for that one. And it's going to be first and goal for the Giants. Tracy takes the pitch. He breaks another couple of tackles. Vikings not tackling very well so far on this opening drive. And this could be second down and goal at the 1. And stood up there at the line of scrimmage as Singletary with his first carry. It's going to be third down and goal now for the Giants. And just like that, the Vikings defense stiffens up with a goal line stand. It's going to be fourth down and goal. Let's see what the Giants decide to do here. As Singletary couldn't get in the end zone. Giants going for it. I formation. They bring a fullback in. And they did not get in. Allen comes in at running back for the Giants. And he cannot get into the end zone. And so a big disappointment there for the Giants on an opening drive, not able to punch it into the end zone. As Sam Darnold now comes onto the field for the Vikings, they're going to start their first possession at the 1-yard line. And almost getting a safety there is McFadden, the linebacker for the Giants. No gain, second down and 10. And that was almost a safety. Again, Giants defense off to a good start. And they called a loss of a yard, but you can't get much further back without getting a safety here. Third down and 11, and it's going to be a safety by the Giants as Banks makes the tackle in the end zone, and it is going to be 2-0 Giants. First down and 10 at the 30-yard line for the Giants. And that passes out of the reach of the intended receiver. Looked like he was going for neighbors there. It's going to be 2nd down and 10. And Ward goes down, fumbles the ball, but it is recovered by the Giants, it appears. So it's going to be 3rd down and 19. That was a disastrous play there. Ward steps up, can't find anybody. Once again, he's going to take off, and he slides down well short of the 1st down. So imagine we'll see a field goal opportunity here for the Giants. It's going to be a 49-yard field goal attempt. And it is through, and it is now 5-0 Giants. And we're still in the 1st. Short kickoff. And it's returned to the 30-yard line. Play action by Darnold, and he throws it to Jefferson. That's complete to the 45-yard line. And bouncing it to the outside is number 1. Smith with the 13-yard gain there. Bouncing it to the outside. It's going to be 1st down and 10 at the 41 for the Vikings. And just a 2-yard gain there on 1st down. And Darnold just throws it out of bounds as he was feeling the heat there. It's going to be 3rd down and 8. And they throw a screen and plenty of room to run there for Smith, and he gets the 1st down. And another 2-yard gain for the Vikings. As we reach the end of the 1st quarter, it's 5-0 Giants. And Darnold hits his receiver. That is Jordan Addison with the 1st down. And plenty of room to the left side there for Smith, and he's down at the 1-yard line. And it's going to be 1st and goal for the Vikings. Darnold go around a quarterback draw here. Doesn't get in. It's going to be no gain. 2nd down and goal. And that's going to be a touchdown for the Vikings. And Raheem Sanders gets into the end zone. And the Vikings get their 1st lead of the game. Extra point is good. It is 7-5. And nowhere to go that time. And that's going to be a holding call on the Giants. Ward rolls out to his right and is able to find Robinson there. It's going to be 3rd down and 9. And that's going to be a false start on the Giants. Third down and 14 to go now. Ward getting chased, and he has to get rid of the football pretty quickly, and it's going to be 4th down. This will probably be a long field goal attempt for the Giants. This will be a 52-yard field goal attempt. And that looks good. It is. So Gano is able to hit a 52-yard field goal. And the Giants retake the lead 8-7. Vikings taking over the 30-yard line. And Darnold tried to go deep for Jefferson there, but he was thrown in double coverage. Should be 2nd down and 10 now. And plenty of room for Smith there on the right side. And he takes it to the 46. Smith's able to get 2 yards. It's 2nd down and 8. Darnold finds Addison. And that's going to be another Vikings 1st down. Darnold play action rolling out to his right, and he has to throw it away. And that is broken up there. It'll be 3rd down and 10 now. Darnold going to try and take off, but he's well short of the 1st down. So that's going to be 4th down. I imagine we'll see another field goal attempt here. Or maybe they'll go for it. Let's see what they decide to do here. Now they're going to punt. That's kind of surprising. But it paid off as they're able to pin the Giants down at the 7-yard line. And that was just not a good throw there by Ward. 3rd down and 3. Ward hits his tight end, and that is going to be a 1st down for the Giants, as Johnson takes it all the way to the 28-yard line. And we reached a 2-minute warning. Ward throws a screen pass, but that did not work out very well, as they lose 5 yards despite Tracy catching the football. And Ward completes it to Johnson once again. That's an 11-yard gain, but it's going to be 3rd down and 4. Ward trying to dump it off to the receiver, but Tracy was well covered. And that's probably the best outcome for that play, is an incomplete pass. It's going to be 4th down. Here comes another field goal attempt by Gano. This will be a 39-yard field goal. And it is through the uprights, and it is now 11-7. Donald throws, hits Jefferson up the middle there, and still running all the way to the 34-yard line is Jefferson. You can only keep him contained for so long. And Smith goes off tackle there for 2 yards. Be 2nd down and 8. And no gain there. It's going to be 3rd down and 8. And that is incomplete, as it was well covered there by Banks. And so I think we're going to see another field goal attempt. This will be a 48-yard attempt. He missed his last kick here. And this one's going to go through. And so the Giants are going to keep their lead, but it's only 11-10. Play action by Darnold. He's going to throw it in the end zone. It is picked off. That is Micah McFadden, who picks up the batted ball in the end zone. McFadden just happened to be there at the right time. That's the first turnover of the game for either team. Ward getting chased. He can't find anybody open, and it's going to be 2nd down and 10 there. Ward was able to hit Neighbors there. Nice catch there by Neighbors. It's going to be 1 yard short of the 1st down, so it's going to be 3rd down and 1. And the Vikings need to burn a timeout. Tracy gets the first down. Play a room to run there. That is Tracy. And that's an 11-yard gain. And that was well covered there by the Vikings that time. It's going to be second down and 10. Singletary cannot get around the corner. That's going to be a 2-yard loss. So a big third down and 12 coming up. And Ward hits 2-2 Atwell, and it is caught for a first down. Big conversion there for the Giants. But Atwell is going to the locker room. That is not good. And Tracy's able to pick up 9 yards. Singletary gets hit for another loss, as he's just not able to turn that corner. It's going to be third down and 4 now. And that is incomplete. So another stall in the red zone for the Giants. This will be a 53-yard attempt. Gano did hit a 53-yarder earlier. And it is good once again. And so the Giants are up 14-10, but haven't scored a touchdown yet. Darnold hits Jefferson, but he is tackled a couple of yards short of the first down. So the Vikings are going to have to punt once again. And still running to right side. That is, he sees him right. He's to the 40, 30. 20. This is going to be a touchdown, a punt return for a touchdown. Kavontae Turpin takes the punt back for a touchdown. And if you can't get a touchdown on offense, get it on special teams. And it is now 21-10. And that is caught by number 84, who reaches out with the football to try and get the first down. He did not succeed, so it's third down and 1. Tracy gets just enough for the first down. And that is batted down at the line of scrimmage. Tracy with some room to the right side. And he takes it all the way to the 17-yard line. And that is dropped. It was thrown a little bit behind Turpin there. 2nd down and 10. And that is going to be incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down and 10. Ward getting pressured, but he finds Singletary. And Singletary is able to get the 1st down and take it to the 3-yard line. Ward has just shown good skills in terms of avoiding pass rushers. And Singletary has nowhere to go that time. It's going to be 2nd down and goal. Tracy checks back into the game. And Tracy bulls his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Actually, no, that was not Tracy. That is LaQuint Allen, the 3rd-string running back. Tracy getting a breather there, and Allen gets a rare touchdown for him. And the extra point is good until the Giants extend their lead. It is now 28-10. Darnold getting chased. And he fumbles. And the Giants are going to pick it up. And I don't think anybody's going to catch number 55, as he's about 15 yards ahead of anybody else. And it's going to be a touchdown. So the Giants get a touchdown on special teams and to get one on defense, as Ojulari picks up the fumble and takes it to the house. The Vikings may not get this playoff. They do not. Doesn't matter. Giants are going to win 35-10. Giants getting a couple touchdowns in unconventional ways. And that's certainly a good sign, as all aspects of the team are playing at a high level. Well, dominating performance by the Giants, and the Vikings actually led many of these statistics, except in one of the key areas, which is turnovers. Vikings committing 3 turnovers, I should say. 2 fumbles and an interception. The Giants defense just suffocating the Vikings, especially in the second half. Giants also getting a touchdowns on special teams and defense. As Darnold's stats look decent, except for the 1 interception, but of course they had to throw a lot to get back in the game. Ward, nothing spectacular, but playing winning football. Completing 58% of his throws, but not turning the ball over. Tracy still running hard. He didn't get 100 yards or anything like that, but he only had 11 carries. Singletary having a rough day, 7 carries, 0 yards. But Ward, especially in the first half, had a few big runs there when he was facing a little bit of pressure in the pocket. That certainly helped the offense keep the Giants in the game. And so with that, the Giants moved to 7-2 on the season. And things are certainly looking good for this team, especially when it comes to just making the postseason. But of course, we're still in the hunt for the division. We're going to have a big battle with the Eagles for the division. We haven't played the Eagles yet. So we still have 2 games remaining with the Eagles that will probably decide the NFC East. I think we play the Eagles in a couple of weeks. So that will certainly be a big game. We do have the Patriots next week. And then after that, we have the Eagles. So with that, I'm going to end the video here. Hope you enjoy this series. Be sure and like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.